Joined by head coach Brandon Elliott and starting pitcher Hanna Hull from Virginia Wesleyan University. They just won the first game of the best-of-3 championship series at the 2021 NCAA Division III softball championship in Salem, Virginia. We'll open with comments from you, Coach, about today's game, please.
I tell you what, this kid sitting to my left, she's special, and again, has done it on the national stage. And we certainly know this is the best 2 out of 3. This isn't a winner-take-all, and it's a great TLU team, and certainly advantageous for us to get the first one. But I know Wade's going to make some adjustments. Their team is. That's why they're here, and we'll appreciate this one until we get to the hotel, and then it's refocused for the second game.
We'll go ahead and crack it open to questions, and I'll go right to Eric Lopez with Fast Pitch News.
Coach, we've been here before. What can you say about your team coming out fast there, getting those 4 runs off of them early there, and really having control early in the game for Hanna to have a lead?
Well, I just think our offense is pretty explosive, and Maddie's been struggling a little bit, and she was able to jump on a pitch there, and between her and Jess, they bring the energy, and Jess had a good at bat there to start it and ground it out, and then just for Maddie to come back and respond, and then I think that energy goes back to the middle of our lineup. We had a little bit of luck, and if you're going to win games here, you got to have luck. The swing and bunt from Sinette, and great base running from Maddie, and then Carly Fretz has kind of been an unsung hero for us all year. She had the big knock there against TCNJ. And then she hits the big bolt there, and then she's really been tremendous for us, and it got us going.
Hanna, I'm just curious, do you still get nervous when you play in these games? You've been through this before. I'm just curious, do you still get nerves and pitching in this setting?
Absolutely. Today we played a little bit later, so it was a lot of nerves in the hotel, kind of just waiting around, wanted to just get it started. But, I think Coach makes a good point. If you're not nervous, maybe you just don't care that much, because I'm telling you, this is my 3rd time doing this, and it doesn't get any easier. They are a very, very talented team, and they swung it, and there were some really intense moments. So I think I was a little nervous throughout, but super great that they were able to come out strong and get up those 4 runs for us. And I think that kind of carried throughout, even though we weren't able to score. I think having that lead definitely eased my emotions a little bit. So.
From your vantage point, what'd you see there on the Fretz home run when she hit it out of there and gave you that 4-0 lead there?
Oh my gosh. Well, I was actually warming up or, throwing, so I didn't see it. And I was looking around. What happened? And that always ends up happening to me. I'm never able to actually see it. But no, that was just awesome on her part. Like he said, she came up big against TCNJ when we were down. So she's definitely someone that I like to see in the lineup. She's always going to come up big for us. And throughout, I just think we took some good at bats. And, even if it wasn't the outcome we wanted, I'm definitely pumped to see what we did.
Coach, you mentioned Fretz and how valuable. Talk about how her value to your team and how valuable she is. It comes big here again. That's been part of your team's story this year and in the past years.
Yeah, absolutely. And early on, Carly wasn't starting. I know, and she's just one of those kids that grinds out every day. She was frustrated with some playing, and you just try to tell those kids to keep preparing. And we made a lineup change. Actually, it was Hannah's idea to slide. I was going to put Fretzi over at 3rd, and she's like, "What do you think about putting Danny Stewart over there?" So I slid Danny over to 3rd, moved Fretzi to 1st, and she absolutely tore the cover off the ball for us. And then against Emory Henry, she swung and fouled a ball off her finger, and she was out for a couple weeks and actually had several stitches in it, and it was just really, really it was pretty gruesome. And we got her back in the lineup for the regional, and she didn't play in the ODAC tournament, I don't think, and got her back in the lineup for the regional. And because Kayla Womack's play and the way she's doing things, she's been able to swing the bat, so letting Fretzi hit the DP spot. But you couldn't ask more for a kid, and she's a kid that I think everybody roots for because she does everything the right way, and she's a team mom too, I think. So she's also our smartest kid. So she's smarter than me. She's getting done in 4 years. You came for a 5th.
Oh, whatever.
Hanna, I just want to ask you, after giving up the home run, you got kind of locked in there and you kind of rolled against a really talented offense. What clicked for you after that Padilla home run? Because you kind of took it to a different level.
Well, I definitely think I came out the first inning, walking the first batter is never something you want to do. So I was kind of jittery a little bit on the first inning. And then I think it was the second inning that she hit that tank. And that was kind of when I was like, all right, they're legit. I've got to really, hit my spots. I was a little shaky at the beginning and just grind and do what I can and get ahead of the count and then maybe work some up, some out. Just trying to do that and hope for the best. They're super talented. So at that point, it was do or die. I just had to hit my spots and grind through it.
For both of you, starting with you, Coach, describe the atmosphere here. I mean, watching it was incredible. Packed house, it was packed after not having it last year. What does it mean to have this atmosphere and this big showcase here? A lot of softball fans excited about this matchup with the two programs, the last three national champions. What was it like?
I mean, certainly the atmosphere, I think, is unbelievable. I know everybody wants to play in Oklahoma City, but it's such a large stadium and it's so far away. It's hard to get fans there. And I think the student athletes in Division III deserve an experience. And when you kind of jam those fans in, and certainly I think it helps us being from Virginia and having some fans. We got some recruits. Hopefully, we got a commit out there today. I think a kid committed today. But that's electric. And our parents and everybody traveled so far to be here. And and TLU's got a lot of fans as well. And like you said, I think this matchup's been anticipated for the last couple of years. We were thinking we were going to have this matchup in 2019, and we didn't. And Wade came, and those guys took it and they won it. And we didn't have it last year, but I think this is the matchup everybody wanted. And it's the two best teams in the country, in my opinion. We've played almost everybody, and I just love the atmosphere for the kids. It's intense. It's certainly intense. So they don't need me hooting and hollering because you got everybody else doing it for us.
Hannah, what was it like as a player?
Well, I will say, the last couple of years we've been in Oklahoma. It's such a large stadium that even having our parents here, it felt like there's like two people in the crowd, and you couldn't really hear anything. So compared to this, I mean, it is really intense. It's almost more stressful because you have these people hollering for you and rooting for you, and so it's definitely very intense. But having them there and the support and the love, I couldn't ask for anything better. They've been awesome, and best group of parents I could ever ask for. So.
My last question, what's the keys now? TLU is going to come ready to play, Coach, here tomorrow. What's going to be the key between now and tomorrow to kind of finish this off and get that second win?
We'll worry about that tonight. We got to get these guys fed, get through COVID testing, one more COVID test. But we've got to make some adjustments in our game plan offensively. Certainly, we left 7 base runners on, left bases loaded twice, and that's I'm not happy about that. We got to have better at-bats and give Hanna patch the lead a little bit more. And then we'll see what we do in the circle, whether it's Emily or Hanna or Emily or both of them. I don't know what we're going to do. We'll figure that out. But we're going to watch some film tonight. We're going to work really hard to try to make some adjustments. Let these guys, I tell them their job's to recover, my job's to prepare.
Thank you both.
Thank you, Eric.
Elise, do you have any questions for Coach or Hannah?
Yeah, Hanna, you pitched, gave up 2 runs, obviously, on that home run, 2 hits, 7 strikeouts and 2 walks in the game. What are your thoughts, though, about how your teammates behind you helped kind of solidify the Marlin defense?
Struggling a little bit. I tell myself I have a defense behind me that can make the plays, so I need to flood the zone, get in there, get out. But they were just awesome all game. I never had one doubt. And then, of course, offensively, coming out in the first inning definitely gave me a little bit of a breath. I was just like, okay, we're good. But them coming back, and we had to play tight defense. We had to be on top of our game, and everyone behind me did a great job.
And then kind of for both of you, Coach, I guess we can start with you. Obviously, taking the first game in a series of 3 is a big deal. Puts us in a better position going through to hopefully get that second game. What do you take from today and you interpret into tomorrow and try and get that second W in our 3rd championship?
TLU is better than advertised, and they're better in person than they are on film, certainly. And again, got to go back through there and prepare, and talk to our kids about what they felt, and just look at some of our bats. Hopefully they can look at those. But we're not going to overanalyze this thing. Certainly, I had a conversation with Glocky earlier, just some small things. But as far as trying to make adjustments, if we got to make a ton of adjustments going into tomorrow, we're in trouble. My job is to kind of get out of the way and just kind of keep them focused on the plan. And I want to send my love about Coach Wills. He had a heart attack this week, and he's not here with us. He had 2 stents put in this morning and was texting me about this. And, our thoughts and prayers go out to Coach Wills. He's been so important to our program.
Well, we hope he's enjoying watching the games from afar. We're enjoying watching them from here. We've got 1, maybe 2 more tomorrow, but congratulations on winning the first game of the best of 3 series.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.